Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I will be talking about another Antwerp 6 Belgian designer. Last we talked about Dirk Bickenberg, but now we'll be talking about someone else. Someone else who is part of Antwerp 6, of course. Someone else who shares a love for boots. But on the contrary, this person also really went into making clothing, and that would be demeulemeester. She has gone throughout her fashion career with a very different outlook on fashion itself, not trying to change anything on purpose or have a huge influence, but really express herself creatively. And I respect that so much, and that's why I thought she deserves a video today. Demeulemeester was a Flemish girl who grew up in Belgium and then went on to starting her own fashion brand after graduating from the Antwerp Academy of Fine Arts, which was her line called Demeulemeester. That started off in 1985, and usually how nowadays she shows off her main shows and clothing items for this collection or this season would be from the Paris fashion show. Yet between 1985 and 1993 she didn't have shows. It was not until 1993 that she actually had her first show, which she decided, and once again this is proof that she really was just trying to do her own thing, mixing in a sort of avant-garde edginess with just complete creative freedom because she could, especially at the time. Her show revolved around the concept of a funeral. So very, very edgy, dark clothing, yet still structured, refined, and having that more classical, fancy look. It did not get received well. Yet this didn't stop her at all, as her intent really wasn't to appeal to everyone, as it was her fashion, her ideas. And she continued on. Later on, this now is looked upon as an amazing show, and the pieces are very sought after, just like a lot of other designers' first shows. But when most of the pieces weren't bought out right away, this show is extremely hard to get a piece from, especially from the original runway pieces themselves. Very rare. She went on to really create more and more acceptable, I'll call it, lines that the actual fashion industry was like, okay, we're able to make these, or we're able to have these people enjoy your show and not be extremely scared of you. And this went on for a while until more recently when she pronounced Sebastian Mueller become the head of the creative house and take over for her, as she really wanted to focus on her child at that time. She still has her brand going till this day, and it is still doing very well, still having Paris fashion shows, still making an influence. She's had a very successful career from brands like Givenchy asking her to be the creative director, and many other places too, but she always turned it down because once again she didn't want something that wouldn't let her have that edginess that was always present throughout her shows, and as I said, especially her first one. Normally at this part of the video I would be showing off a piece that I own from the designer. Unfortunately, Demeulemeester is a designer of which a piece I do not currently own at the moment. So I thought I would go over 3 different pieces that you should look into if you are going into the idea of, I really like this brand, or I want to dress more avant-garde, or just really appreciate Belgian style. So the first piece you can definitely look at would be the military boots. As I said at the beginning, her and Dirk Bickenberg loved military boots. You can find amazing boots from almost every season of Demeulemeester's shows and her collections. It's relatively easy to find a pair for a good price. All you have to do is go on a website like Grailed, and you can find multiple different variations of multiple heights, but it will still be that classic, more tightened, many laces, militarized boot. The next thing you can look into would be part of her pants. She really has the sort of Belgian military style with her pants, so she'll have straps on them, go for that bondage look, but not absolutely crazy like some of the pants you'll see on websites like Grailed or just the internet itself. As you know, no one wants to look like a creep, even if the word bondage pant is a very glorified and exaggerated word in the fashion industry, and if you make a bondage pant in your collection, your show's gonna do well, or you are gonna sell it on whatever website or platform you're trying to sell it on. So once again, very glorified word, but I feel demeulemeester does a really good job of taking it and minimalizing it while still giving that edginess and sort of militaristic look. The final thing I will say, and this is the number one thing that if you are trying to get into demeulemeester or any of the Antwerp 6, you have to get at least one of these items. Once again, I am ashamed I don't have any, and it would be an demeulemeester accessory. So I'm talking about belts, necklaces, rings, any of those three. She does a phenomenal job. From, once again, every collection, you can find such a wide variety on Grailed or a consignment shop wherever you live. They are insane. They are absolutely beautiful. A lot of them remind me of the sophistication and amount of effort and idea that went into the Mesa Margiela accessories. It's just absolutely beautiful. I really respect her for her accessories. So yeah, there's just a little bit of information on demeulemeester, and along with some ideas of what you can look into if you are wanting to buy some. I shall link some things down below that I think are like, wow, if I had more money I would buy these, take these steals, these grail pieces. But yeah, I hope you guys liked the video, and as always, have an amazing day.